Hello everybody and welcome to the Gatorade Duels, the precursor to the Daytona 400, part of round 1 of the GT Planet Fantasy Series. I'm NASCAR Fan 1400 giving the commentary this season, aside from the Daytona 400, which will be a 3-man job. But first up is the qualifying round. You see we're looking at Goofy Tyler right there. He is no stranger to second place, looking to get himself in victory lane today, which would also set him up with a second row starting spot in the Daytona 400. Now, something to note, the 15 of Vetman 24 and the 10 of Jordan do not need to win this race. All they need to do is finish. If they do that, they're on the pole. Obviously, since they had the fastest qualifying time, they will be on the pole in their respective duel. See here, duel number 1 will decide the inside row, and that is going to be led by Vetman 24 and SBX on the outside. And you see two teammates, TRD there. You got Race Car and Cybertron, and then so on and so forth, all the way back here to Red Dragon. A lot of drivers in their first duel race. See here, looking at the field once again. Lots of big names, and lots of names you've never heard of before, but will know soon. See the pace car rolling off, and we're getting ready to go racing. Again, 2 duels today, both the same distance, and have the same amount of drivers at 21. See Vetman again, and that Audi, a new manufacturer joining GT Planet Fantasy Series, next to another new manufacturer, Honda. So, good publicity there. And again, as long as Vetman finishes this race, he is going to be the pole sitter for the Daytona 400, which is a big, big deal, especially in your first start. So, the pace car, the Dodge Charger, rolls off. Hard left, into the restart zone, 21 cars, and the green flag waves. And you see Vetman now immediately getting a great jump on the field. And entering lap 1 of 60. It's going to be quite the interesting race. And this is definitely going to be a test session as well for the Daytona 400. A lot of people are going to be trying things and seeing if they will work for the 400. Into turn 3 for the first time. See Vetman still in the lead comfortably and will lead the first lap. Race car, we're on board with him right now, right behind in the new Toyota. Making a move to the high side now. See Goofy Tyler 3 wide in the middle, but he knows what to do at restrictor plate tracks. He just hasn't gotten the W yet. See Jaji, another driver who's very good on restrictor plate tracks but is yet to win. See Durr winning, teammate to Jaji. You see Duststone, he's improved a ton over the past year on the ovals. See Reshiram 5, rookie. He's leading before Gran Turismo 916 comes through on the inside. 3 wide all the way back. I tell you what, this is interesting to watch. So GT 916 would take the lead for the time being. You see Michelin starting to lose the draft just a little bit, hanging back. I think he's trying to wait out. I think he's counting on them to crash. I'm not sure. See here in this shot, he's still kind of hanging back, maybe about a car length or 2. On board with Angel. Her first race with a Chevrolet that has the number 7 on it. Of course, the Budweiser Shootout. She ran the special number 81 car. We may see that again. There you see SBX, outside pole sitter, going by on the inside. She's in the middle behind Tired Iron. Both of them are making their first Daytona 400 starts. See Red Dragon now in the transgender equality Toyota, trying to make a move to the top. See Goofy Tyler out front now. Red Dragon sitting there in 3rd place. Now 4th place as Race Car pushes by on the bottom. She has a lot of potential. Very good in open wheelers and not too bad in a stock car. See here, Michelin starting to lose the draft ever so slightly now As you see the field in front of him, I think if he doesn't have an issue, I'm thinking he may have hurt himself more by trying to hang back. But, you know, we'll see. Goofy Tyler still out front. Vetman right behind. There goes Doodle. He has a win at Armory Digital back in the number 17 car. Still part of Team Kate Upton, but now under the 21 machine. See Angel sliding down in front of Samurai 8 Juice. And Goofy Tyler, of course, still in the front there. Samurai 8 Juice also has a victory at this very track. Wouldn't be another lap or so, not even before Doodle would take the lead. If only by a nose. Goofy Tyler still holding strong on that outside. It's incredible what Goofy Tyler is capable of on these restrictor plate tracks. See now, Red Dragon to the front with help from Clayton Hardy. They move down, and now you see what is probably the most picturesque thing that Zhaji's ever seen in his life. All four of his team cars right there under a blanket, side by side, and then you've got Goofy Tyler and Samurai 8 Juice just above them. But all four of the Team Kate Upton cars are going to be running the same paint scheme today and in the 500 and Sunday, 400 on Sunday. So yeah, here's Michelin. He's all by himself now. He's got no help. It doesn't matter if you get lapped or not in the duels. At this point, he's probably going to finish last and start on the back row unless there's a yellow. Lap 15 now. You can see the field still 3 wide, so that's a very possible thing. And now you see him. They have a whole straightaway on him at this point. So he's going to have to count on a caution because now even pit stops wouldn't cycle him back in. Looking at Vetman, not playing the play it safe mode too much here. He's just kind of chilling. I mean, minding his P's and Q's, getting a push here from Clayton, but he's not pulling the extreme safety. He is racing still, and I think he's very possible that he could win this thing. There you see GT Racer 22, he's in his first start. There you see Durr winning, and now you see Goofy Tyler, and now you see Safer Bearer. So there's Swift Smith there behind Angel, see SBX, Tired Iron. Just a lot of really good racing going on right now, a lot of respect out there, not much contact at all. You know, everybody knows that this is just a qualifier race. They're trying some things here and there, but they're not going too crazy. 18 laps, caution free. Single file, 6 cars back. Now you see by lap 24, it would be Michelin that would be quote-unquote leading the pack because you see now he has a straightaway on them. So he's going to be lapped surely soon, but considering it's a 60-lap race, lap 30 is about the time we should be seeing cars duck into the pit lane to a halfway at the line split. 3 wide, every row deep. Still close there between the 60 and the 67. Thinking about maybe 4 wide Samurai 8 Juice, maybe a little early for that still. As they come down out of turn 4. See GT22 into Cybertron duck low underneath Goofy Tyler. Goofy Tyler looking really strong right now. I think he has a chance to win this, which would snap a very, very long losing streak and an unbelievably impressive second place streak without a win. See Michelin now eerily closer. It's not that he's slower, it's just he lost the draft, so it's not like he's a back marker. It's just he's off the pace, lost the draft, and is going to be caught by the field here. Looking back at Doodle, Pepsi Shards Chevrolet SS. Again, one of 4 that will be in the 400. Ironically enough, Doodle is the only Team Kate Upton car that has a restrictor plate win. Which is, or excuse me, check that. The B-Man won the shootout last year. So, they have a very nice program for restrictor plates though. See SBX here. About 190 miles an hour. Kissing 200 here and there. They've caught Michelin now. No real issue. He's not holding up the field too badly. He's holding up that top line a bit, but that's because they had just caught him. Now, Whether his car's off the pace just that little bit, or it was just because he lost the draft, is now going to be figured out. So make their way now on lap 29. You see Michelin hanging into the pack. So as they make their way into turn 3, Michelin moving high to let the leaders by. And he's going to tag along to the back. Lap 30, coming to the halfway point, you see Reshiram 5 duck into the pit lane. Nobody goes with him. This could be very bad for Reshiram if he doesn't get out into the pack immediately. It's either going to be a genius pit stop, or it's going to ruin his race and put him in the back. But halfway now, and duel number 1, going to see a lot of cars start peeling off now. See, there goes race car, one of the Team Kate Upton cars. I think that's Goofy Tyler. Maybe, I think that's also Vetman. Looking back now from Reshiram 5, I think he's going to be saved because he's going to be able to duck in with those cars up there. Here comes Red Dragon, Tired Iron, and a whole bunch of people. This is probably the biggest group that's going to pit in the duels today, between the first one anyway. A good 15 cars coming in this time through. There you see Red Dragon getting service to her car. And you take a look at everybody who's come in. A couple of the Team Kate Upton, 3 of the Team Kate Upton cars in the pits that time. Here's GT Racer 22. He's currently leading. And you see Reshiram 5 one lap down right behind him. Reshiram's hoping that GT doesn't pit yet so that he can keep the draft. But obviously, to stick to the strategy, he's got to pit soon. And Michelin goes in with him. But the Team Kate Upton car out there you saw still hanging around, so Reshiram 5 might be okay. Here you see the field merging down the backstretch. You can see it might have paid off for Reshiram 5 pitting all by himself because he didn't have all that congestion coming into the pit and in the actual pit lane. So you see here as the field goes by, the final couple of drivers pulling out of the pit lane. Not out of the back straightaway, lap 36. You see that Samurai 8 Juice is the leader with the 21 of Doodle right behind him. Both of them have a win on restrictor plates. Doodles came at Armory Digital, our most recent restrictor plate until Daytona. So he is our most recent winner at a restrictor plate, is Doodle. And of course, Samurai 8 Juice won the Coke Zero 300 last year. So, see here, the Cybertron duking left and right, trying to get some speed. Nice move there, trying to get around Michelin. See now, Goofy Tyler, look at that, he's 3rd place. He came out, he was about 2 or 3 seconds behind these 2 cars. We've seen it before. We'll probably see it a lot in the future. He is leading a pack of cars, 3 cars behind him, 3 very strong cars behind him at that. And once again, like we saw at Armory Digital, Goofy Tyler leading a pack to catch the front pack and give them all a chance to win this race. See now they have caught up, and Doodle right there on the back bumper of Samurai 8 Juice, and you know there's the rest of the pack behind them. The rest of the pack is catching them, but it's a matter of if they can catch them in 15 laps or not. That's the big question. If they all lined up and went single file in a perfect scenario, they'd catch them in no time. But obviously that's not going to happen because everybody's battling for their own qualifying spot. And you see at the line there, it's 5 seconds. And now this time by, it's 4.5. At this rate, they'll catch them. But, you know, it all depends on if those leaders stay lined up and if the second pack starts going double file. See now the leaders are staying double file, which is good for that second pack because they're also double file, but they've got more drivers on each, the top and bottom side. See Clayton Hardy pushing his cousin Angel, leading the pack currently, trying to catch those leaders. His time is slowly but surely running out. 10 laps to go, well 11 this time, and Hardy ducks below her and is going to take the lead of that second pack. See now Michelin still all by himself a lap down. He's lost the draft again, so, or excuse me, he's up in the front of that second pack. So, my bad. And he is looking like he actually doesn't have an issue. So, he just lost the draft early. Here's Goofy Tyler again pushing Doodle on the outside. These guys are the lead cars. So, that is, you see the mess of cars behind them, 3 wide, 4 wide. It's definitely a lot calmer up here. And the thing that I think a couple of people are thinking about, and I'm guessing it's obviously Vetman, maybe that Team Kate Upton car right beside him, it might not be worth trying to battle. It might not be worth, if you're in the back, especially if you're Vetman, because you already have the pole, it might not be worth trying to jeopardize this. Because this is a very calm pack up front. You look at the people trying desperately to catch them, and they are catching them, but they're probably not going to have enough time. You see they're now in the same camera shot, but these 6 drivers right here are en route to a clean finish and a fantastic qualifying position. And this is row 1 through 7 right there, because Vetman is in that group. So, you know, and as soon as I say that, they go 3 wide into turn 1. Goofy Tyler trying to get that second grid position, but third grid position, second row. The winner of this race, if it isn't Vetman, gets 3rd place. So, looking back now, a little bit of a breakaway coming to 1 lap to go in duel number 1. They're side by side behind them into turn 3, now out of turn 4, coming down to take the white flag. Goofy Tyler and race car door to door, white flag in the air. Down the backstretch, race car ducks high, leaving the door open for Samurai 8 Juice now. Trying to block Goofy Tyler, didn't think about the inside line. Here comes Samurai with a big push from Tired Iron and Vetman right behind. Coming out of turn 4 now. Looks like Samurai's going to have the lead. Is Tired Iron going to try anything? The lead pack is going to be a 6-car group. The second pack not going to have enough time. Samurai comes up to block. Race cars run on the top. Now comes down to block Tired Iron. Checkered flag. And your 3rd place sitter right now for the Daytona 400 is Samurai 8 Juice. His 2nd win at Daytona. He is back-to-back at Daytona. So, actually scratch that because the Bud shootout. But he has 2 wins now at Daytona, which is the most all-time, I believe. So that is impressive from Samurai. And you see the finish there. And then the second group, a big mess of cars behind. Thank God we have timing and scoring, because that would have been a mess to decipher. Of course, you see here, excellent job by Samurai going up there, blocking the lanes there out of turn 4, because Tired Iron was going to get a big run if he stayed high, but he knew that Race Car was going to get a run off the corner. So, just a great job there. There you see the field finishing again from a different angle. The Cybertron edging out GT22, and then you see the mess behind him. So the final positions here, Samurai 8 Juice, this is also your inside line, except move Vetman to the top. So your inside row for the Daytona 400 will be Vetman, Samurai, Tired Iron, Race Car, Goofy Tyler, Doodle, the Cybertron, GT Racer 22, B-Man, SPX, Swift Smith, Fisher, Winning, GT916, Red Dragon, Angel, Clayton Hardy, Duststone, Resharam, Jaji, and Michelin going to be at the back row in 41st place. Now, you see the victory lane there for the 77. Duststone lost the most places there. He qualified very high, but loses 13 spots just due to the draft. Finishes 18th place, which is going to set him in the 18th row. So if you thought that was it, it's not. We have a whole another duel here. See the webmaster Jordan on that outside pole for the 400. He is in the same situation as Vetman. Just don't crash. See Amaterasu, RCB. This one has the most new faces, I think. But then you get back a little deeper. You see Scuderia Lucas, formerly known as COD Demon. You got NASCAR Fan 1400. He's won at Talladega before. You've got Jerigini. There are a lot of newer faces in this one, I think, but there are also a lot of old faces toward the back. The newer faces are in the front. Also see Suzumiya running, formerly known as Bane Hamlin, 2011, running the only Honda in this duel. So, see NASCAR fan there with the new paint scheme, moving from the number 14 to the number 80 this year, and we'll continue with that number for as long as we know. Looking back from the pace car, you see the Goodyear blimp in the background. Goodyear in jeopardy of leaving the series by as early as round 3. So getting all the advertisement in they can here. They are developing a new tire compound for the Daytona 400. So it'll be interesting to see if that's going to work or not. See the field roll off. Jordan and Silverwing on that first row. TBW, HHS, and Suzumiya in the second. And so on and so forth, you see as the field shuffles back here. Coming off into turn 3, getting ready to turn them loose once again here. Another 60 laps, and we're expecting the pit window to be the same here. So Jordan leads us down. He doesn't have anything to gain. He has everything to lose, though. But just like that, man, he gets a fantastic jump off the line. See now TBW HHS trying to go with him, but the 10 got a fantastic jump, moves to the top, and now is going to move to the bottom to turn 1. See 3 wide already with Smurfy Bug, Jock P22, and BK Glover. Now it's going to be Raven on the bottom in the 3 wide. Things getting hectic already at Daytona, but that's what you expect in the first couple laps. That whole duel went caution-free last time, by the way, so remember last time that happened in the Daytona 500 duels. It was 2014, and had a big crash on the final lap. So 3 wide there in the back and 3 wide in the middle. 2 wide up front. You see Jordan leading the first lap comfortably. See 3 wide now, not too comfortable anymore. Jock P22, Harsk 100, Concept Cup champion he is. Splitting Jordan there. Jock P gets the lead, jumps up to the top. By lap 3 it would be Raven leading that lap, and now Suzumiya out front in the Honda, getting pushed by Whitetail in the new Pontiac. Those new Pontiacs looking absolutely fantastic. Now you see a 2-3 car breakaway right now. Audi Man 2011 in his first start in the 400, running 3rd right now. Not a bad place to be. Now you see Raven there, everybody ducking out. Now it looks like Niku Driver HC suffering the same fate that Michelin suffers. Just going to drop off the pace here. By lap 8, you can see he's got about a second between the last place car in that group. So looks like 42nd place, because this is deciding the outside row now. It's like 42nd place, and last place is going to go to the 76th, unfortunately. Onward with NASCAR Fan 1400, pushing teammate Kuni Kinoshita of Japan. Her first start in the Daytona 400. She's looking to finish strong in that. Team owner right behind. Doesn't hurt when team owners won at Talladega before. He knows his way around a restrictor plate. See him now as they race off into turn 3. Suzumiya still with a commanding lead, 10 laps in. And you see as the field starts to spread out 2 laps at a time, we got another slow car there with Niku Driver HC. I believe that was the 12 car of RCB 929. Also his first start in the Daytona 400. See now, field starting to spread out just a little bit. See Jordan with no run up there on that top line. He's falling back quite a bit on lap 13. Suzumiya still out front, looking like he has a really good chance to win this. See Quiet Girl there, the first female winner in the GT Planet Fantasy Series, looking to become a 2-time winner and defend her record, especially with all the new females in the series this year. I believe there are 3 more women joining the roster compared to last year. There were 2. So, and all of them are full-time. You've got Whitetail right there with Amaterasu pushing. One of the other females there, Amaterasu, the 84, pushing Whitetail behind Suzumiya. I think everybody's pretty content to ride behind. Never mind, I was going to say I thought they were pretty content riding behind Suzumiya. It's been about 10 laps or more, but finally Whitetail is able to challenge Suzumiya now. Drives right down to the bottom with TBWHHS right behind. Put Whitetail out front in the Pontiac. Remember, Whitetail's first race, along with all the other Concept Cup drivers, was at Daytona, round number 8 for the night race. So, see here, BK Glover in the middle, 3 wide. Got Harsk on the bottom in the new Audi. Haven't really mentioned the Audi yet. They are also a new manufacturer, along with Honda. See right here again, 3 wide all the way back, but right out in front right now, Whitetail. Kind of trying to do what Suzumiya did and just kind of drive away. Suzumiya now kind of mired back on the outside lines, running about 10th or 11th, 12th, somewhere about that. See CUNY Kenoshita there behind Jaragini. I believe that's Jaragini. Got Jordan just playing it safe in the back. Now single file right now. And Whitetail still in the lead. Unlike the first duel where you couldn't hold the lead for very long, it seems like if you can get out to the lead, you can stay out there now in this second duel, which is interesting. It just goes to show the different approaches. You see technically about 3 packs right here, but they're all in the same group. Suzumiya, once again though, back to the front, passing the 9 car. It's been between this 9 and the 4 so far in the second duel. Nobody else really had a major contest to this. Getting closer and closer to those green flag pit stops though. Here comes NASCAR Fan 1400 on the bottom, 3 wide for second. And this is probably why Suzumiya and Whitetail had the lead for as long as they did. They're 3 wide behind them constantly, side drafting each other repeatedly and letting them have a chance to break away all by themselves. Now you see Jaragini right there out the back bumper cam. Now looking ahead, I think these are the lap cars up, and that's a lap car up in front. I believe that is RCB. Not 100% positive on that. There comes Suzumiya now, getting blocked on the bottom. You see Jaragini jump up to the top side, trying to... I mean, and when you're a lap car, there's not many places you can go when they're all 3 wide. You just got to pick a line and try and stick to it the best you can, because you're going to get gridlocked. There's Smurfy Bug, the only Pakistani driver in the field. Haven't talked about him yet today. Running well in that number 5 Ford. There's Jordan now, back up to the front. 5-car breakaway. About 4 laps, 5 laps from pit stops. Pit window opens about right now, but see, this is Luke, or now actually Akmuk. He changed his name from Akmuk to Luke, made a car, and then changed it back to Akmuk. So that is Akmuk, Luke, whatever you want to call him, the Irish Bullet, riding right there behind the Kiwi of Skython, the only Dodge in the field. See at the line here for the lap 29, Suzumiya just barely edging out. I think that was Jock P for the lap again. So we're going to be halfway this time by. RCB now lapped by the field. And there they go. See, I think that's Jock, that's TBWHHS, Raven, and Akmuk all coming in. And there's Jaragini in the back of that. So at halfway, just like the last time, we saw only one car this time. It was several cars coming in this time. But just like the last race, halfway is when the pit stop starts. So here's Suzumiya with Whitetail, the 2 strongest cars of the race. Going to be in a little 2-car tandem. Now here comes Smurfy Bug, Amaterasu, Quiet Girl, Skython, RCB, CUNY Kenoshita. Most of the women coming in this time. I think, yeah, actually all the females in the duel that time by. On board with Silver Wing. He has a win, 2 wins last year. Trying to, is making a move from Toyota to Chevrolet with the KNS team. Right behind BK Glover, who has a win at a restrictor plate, which was Armory Digital in that stellar finish with Goofy Tyler. So you see Suzumiya and Whitetail still out front. They need to pit. Several others now out there. The scoring is all wonky because of the way that the pit stop's cycling through. So don't pay much attention to that, but this is a general idea of where everybody's running. And you see 2 stray cars, Raven 214 and Audi Man 2011, dropping back. there. Now you see Silver Wing and NASCAR Fan 1400 teammates, and Scuderia Lucas, again formerly known as COD Demon. So you've got 2 winning drivers, and then you've got a chase contender right here, very strong group of cars trying to catch another 2-car breakaway, which is the 4 and the 9. So, excuse me there, I made a mistake. They had made their pit stop for 4 and the 9. And they were on the 2-car breakaway strategy. Fantastic pit stops from them, but they actually gained more time out of it than they lost. Here's NASCAR Fan. He's pulling the Goofy Tyler role right now with help from a teammate. BK Glover's right there as well. Everybody running good so far, caution free, not only in this duel, but all day today, which is nice to see. Everybody getting home in one piece so far, which is exactly what you want to see. So it wouldn't take too long, just like the last duel, for them to catch that 2-car tandem and break them up. Now, NASCAR Fan, with that teammate behind you, you are the strongest car on the track. 2 cars are always better than 1. Basically, Suzumiya and Whitetail were teammates for a little while in that 2-car tandem, but NASCAR Fan has an actual teammate behind him. I think he's definitely a threat right now, and so is Silverwing on that case. So that's the lead pack right there. 21 laps to go. That second pack trying to catch up. It's a while back to these guys. And that is your field. So 3 different packs. I don't think that this second pack's really going to have a chance to catch up. There's not enough cars in there, I don't think. But I've been wrong before. And I'll be wrong again, I guarantee you. But we'll see if it's this or not. Suzumiya back out front. These 6 cars, again, a 6-car breakaway out in the front after a 2-car tandem broke away from the pack. It's almost identical to what we just saw in the last duel. I don't think these 6 are complaining, though, because they're all pretty much set up for a good finish. Now, the only difference is Jordan is not here. So this is for grid spots 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. So they're battling for a top 10 in the 400 right now. So that's interesting battle going on right there. You see time running out. The second group is not really catching. They are, but they would need about 100 laps to do it, and they're not going to get 100 laps. See Hart's here leading this group. There's just not much they can do with coming to 7 to go. See Smurfy Bug now just trying to go to the front. I think these guys have pretty much realized it's time to battle amongst ourselves, because it's possible, but it's going to be just like the last duel. There's just not going to be enough time to get there. 2 seconds back, 6 to go now, coming to 5 to go. There's just not enough time. So Scuderia Lucas, Whitetail, BK Glover, Silver Wing, Suzumiya, and NASCAR Fan 1400. Those are the 6 that are going to be battling for the win in this duel. They're going to be racing for 4th place in the 400. Coming down the back straightaway now, 5 laps to go. They might catch a lapped car, 2 lapped cars right there. That is the Audi Man 2011 and Raven 214. That might be a saving grace for those, I think, 4 or 5 cars there in that second pack, because otherwise they're not going to catch them. But that's if they catch those lap cars. So they saw how long it took to catch Michelin, and he had no help. So coming to 4 to go now, Whitetail still out front. BK Glover, hot on his heels. Got NASCAR Fan riding around in the back. Going to try and go with his teammate now, Silver Wing. Going to push Silver Wing on that bottom. BK Glover in the middle, wide open. Still got cars going by on both sides. NASCAR Fan now all by himself on the bottom. Silver Wing ditched him to go high. Can't really blame him. You forget you got teammates now, I think, with a couple to go. At the line, still the number 9 out front. See NASCAR Fan up on that very tippy top. Or, excuse me, that Silver Wing. NASCAR Fan on the bottom, pushing Scuderia Lucas now. Looks like Suzumiya and BK Glover trying to load up to get a big run on this field right now. Well, this pack. And they can definitely do that. See Jordan now leading that second group. Here they come to 2 to go. NASCAR Fan makes a move to the bottom on Whitetail. Teammate does not go with him. So he's by himself, side drafting the 9. He's got a little bit of help from BK. Now his teammate drops down behind him. 2 to go at the line. It was Whitetail, but now NASCAR Fan out front with his teammate right behind, Silver Wing. Silver Wing again now, you see down the back stretch, 2 to go. BK Glover there as well. Suzumiya made his way up to 4th, currently sitting in the 10th position on the grid, theoretically. So Raven 214 and Audi Man 2011 going to be giving a big draft to this 80 car. This 80 car wants to see this because he can draft these guys with 1 lap to go, single file, all the way back in the 6-car group. See, Scuderia Lucas trying to preload and get a big run at the field. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it without help from the car behind him, and I don't know if they can do that. NASCAR Fan hops to the high line. Now there's cars everywhere. They're scattering left and right. NASCAR Fan dives down to the bottom. That was not going to work on that top line. BK Glover stranded up there, right behind the 43 car now, coming out of turn number 4. Checkered flag going to be in the air. It's going to be a KANS 1-2 unless Suzumiya has something to say about it. Coming down out of turn 4. Checkered flag going to be in the air this time. And NASCAR Fan 1400 gets his 2nd restrictor plate win. And that's going to go ahead and tie Samurai 8 Juice for the winningest restrictor plate driver. So those two win their duels and both make their way into the record books. And a great finish. There you see the rest of the field going by. So NASCAR Fan 1400 going to be 4th in the Daytona 400. And Silver Wing going to be 6th in the Daytona 400. A 1-2 for KANS. And the rest of the KANS cars didn't do too bad. So, going to rack this up real quickly for you. You got Jordan. Your outside row is going to be Jordan, NASCAR Fan, Silverwing, Suzumiya, Scuderia Lucas, BK Glover, Whitetail, Harsk, Smurfy Bug, Amaterasu, Quiet Girl, Jock P22, Luke, which is Akmuk, TBW HHS, Jaragini, CUNY Kenosha, Skython, Audi Man 2011, Raven 214, RCB 929, and right next to Michelin's going to be Niku Driver HC last place. So the Web Root Moment of the Race, awarded between both the duels, not one per each, is this 31 car. Even though it didn't really work too well, it was probably the best move because he dives high to try to avoid that 99 car, and it helped him out there quite a bit. He got a nice run and ends up with a decent finish. So thank you all for watching the highlight reel here for the Gatorade duels. Now remember, the Daytona 400 is going to be the only race that you can watch, flag to flag. So be sure to catch that on Race TV. Also subscribe to NASCAR Dude 1400 for more things pertaining to this voice. Also our affiliates and fellow series, Michelin's Restrictor Plate Series, and then the VRR Straight Talk IndyCar Wireless Series. Lots of good B-Spec series going on right now. It's a lot of fun to be participating in all of it, and thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll see everybody here for the Daytona 400. We'll see you on Sunday.